It's been a year since we sat down and had a chat at the last Paradox Interactive convention. So let's start with that year, 2010. How's that been for you?
It's been a great year. We started off with Mountain Blade Warband, which was a terrific success. And throughout 2010, we had a 45% growth on gross revenue, and that's much more than you can ever expect from a company to do. And profits were really great as well. So the year was really great because the games were good too. We got good reception for almost all our games last year, so we're really happy.
And you had a lot of games in 2010, but I think that 2011 will mean even more games.
There are a few more games in the portfolio. It's getting a bit crowded, but not only more games, the games are bigger this year. You can see that the budgets for the games are much bigger than they used to be before. That doesn't necessarily mean the games are better, but hopefully it means that. I mean, we put more effort into it.
And you talked a little bit about what you were most excited about before, and that was Swords of the Stars 2. What is it about that game that gets you excited?
We spoke a lot about like 4X-based strategy games in general, and I was a huge Master of Orion player, so we wanted to make something worthy of the Master of Orion name. Say Master of Orion 3 as it should have been, is what we discussed. So that's what we're aiming for with the game, and that's really exciting.
And 2011 also brings the advent or the continuation of Paradox Connect. You started a little bit with Divine Wind, but you're getting more into the online space. Can you talk us through what motivated you to enter that space of gaming?
Saying that everyone else is doing it is not so correct, I guess. It's not politically correct to do that. But, I mean, you see the opportunities that arise. You read a lot about how the online games work. And I play a lot of online games as well. And one of the games, like the card game, came up as an idea throughout the office, like something that no one has done before in this way. So we wanted to do, like, make an impact on the market with the first games we put out there. And Salem, the same way, we saw that there's an opening in the market for a crafting MMO. So we thought, like, okay, let's go for it. Let's at least try it out. So I would say that it's a mix between new ideas in the office and opportunity-based things that you just stumble upon and just like, okay, let's do this.
So where do you feel that the Paradox spirit lives in these new genres, these new games?
I think the Paradox spirit lives in all the games. In that we want to be best in class in whatever we would do. If it's a crafting MMO, it should be the best crafting MMO on the market. Now I think it's the only one, so it's kind of simple to win that competition. But like we strive for Sword of the Stars 2 to be the best 4X-based strategy game on the market, and we really put a lot of effort into each and every game. We have a beefed up producing side now at Paradox Interactive that can really help and coach our developers to make better games as well. So I think we're ready to face a lot of new challenges and a lot of new, like, bring Paradox to the next level as a company.
Even with all these new things that we're talking about, I don't know, I haven't looked through the years, but I think it's the first time you're bringing out 3 big grand strategy titles within 12 months. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, a few of these games actually slipped, so... and I will say like this, they're not released until they're released. It might be within like 16 months for all we know today. But yes, it might crowd the market a bit, and we thought about that as well. We just want to see what type of games we can do. Like Magna Mundi was a great opportunity. We had the mod team ready. They had the great ideas. We know there's a forum support for it. We know we have the gamers. We just wanted to give it a shot. So hopefully it doesn't cannibalize too much on each other. So we can still sell the games, so we actually make a small profit so we can continue developing the series of each of the games.
But that must be like when you have so many products coming out, putting them in the right order and making sure that they're being developed and get out in the right time must be a lot of work.
It's a nightmare, to be honest, but we're doing our best. I mean, like I said, we have a few new people in the publishing team since 16 months back. We really beefed up the team, but still, it's a lot of things that has to come together. So we're working on. We have a very tight, very lean and mean team that we have on the publishing side. So Well, God willing, we'll get everything out on time.
You talked a lot about PC gaming not being dead, and of course it's not dead. I think people will play games on their PCs until they stop having PCs. But you also are branching out to other platforms. Last year you brought out Letting Go to PlayStation Network, and you have some plans here that you're not really at liberty to talk about, but you're also bringing Defenders of Ardenia to iPad. Is that something that you want to do more of and bring appropriate titles to new platforms such as the iPad or other tablets or Android phones and so on?
We want to reach the gamers where they want to play their games. We don't want to be like a PC-only developer-publisher. We want to be, if our gamers want to buy games on the iPad, they should be able to do so. However, I don't want to mix too much. I don't want to dumb the games down. Like, I bought Civilization Revolution on the iPad. I only played it twice, and then I figured that it was not Civilization at all, not the Civilization I've come to love throughout the series. So if we're doing Hearts of Iron, for example, for an iPad, I want it to be a real Hearts of Iron, not some like kiddie version, like a Risk-like version of Hearts of Iron. So, and that's the challenge that we're facing, how to make the interface work on other platforms, basically.
And but you are doing something with Hearts of Iron that's different, the card game, of course. Do you think that it's a game that will appeal to new fans or old fans of the Hearts of Iron series?
We are targeting the existing fans of the Hearts of Iron franchise. Of course, card game is totally different animal than the Hearts of Iron game is today. So I hope we can actually attract both the original fans of Hearts of Iron and the card game fans. So the game in itself is really challenging and a good game, and we're trying to make it a smooth and easy experience online to play it as well. So, and that's of course important.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of a test here. You announced quite a few new titles here at the event. Can you name them all?
I signed them all, so I should be able to. Well, let's see it now. All the announcements, right? There are 3 online games: Salem, Hearts of Iron card game, and Armored Warfare Gettysburg were these ones, right? We already announced King Arthur 2. We announced Defenders of Ardenia here, definitely. We announced Naval War Arctic Circle here. We announced something else as well. Let's see here.
It's a big selling franchise for you guys.
Yeah, Hearts of Iron 3 for the motherland, of course.
Another one as well, another big seller.
Paradox, big seller.
With firearms this time?
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I've played Mountain Blade like for hundreds of hours, of course. I mean, I'm going to do a presentation of that game as a surprise to some journalists now, actually, after this interview. So, Mountain Blade with fire and sword, of course, because we bring shotguns into the Mountain Blade universe, which in a historical setting starting in 1653. So, of course, that's a really important game for us this year. I'm sorry to forget that.
And I think there is another one as well.
Okay.
Developer that you worked on previously on 2 titles?
Right, it's Nitro Games, Pirates of Black Cove, and it's got the feeling that like Sid Meier's Pirates want to bring to the market, so I think that's what we're aiming for, to be in the same spirit as that game, without the dancing that was in the new Pirates, of course, because that was just a stupid minigame, okay?
So, what would your headline be for 2011 in Paradox Interactive?
It will be Paradox reinvents PC gaming. No, it will not. I mean, we don't actually. So, but Paradox grows even more and makes a lot of fun games. I think that's a great headline.
And money.
Yeah, that always comes with the good games, I guess.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.